I'm Dr. Jeremy Husk with Georgia Chiropractic Neurology Center, and today we're going to talk about chronic pain. With chronic pain, we talk about central sensitization and peripheral sensitization. With peripheral sensitization, we're referring to the receptors in your body, and with central sensitization, we're referring to your central nervous system, which includes your spinal cord and your brain. So before we explain those terms more, let's talk about how messages are sent from your body to your brain. So we have receptors in our body that allow us to perceive the world, and they're in our skin, they're in our eyes, they're in our ears. So with our eyes, we have receptors that allow us to see vision, and then in our skin, we have receptors that allow us to feel touch, sense hot and cold, and sense vibration. And when those receptors are activated, they send messages, and they can send more messages or less messages depending on how much they're activated. So if I go outside, for instance, and sunlight warms my skin, it'll activate temperature receptors, and a certain amount of messages will be sent up to my brain. If I hold a really hot cup of coffee, it's going to send even more messages to my brain because it's a hotter temperature, it activates the receptor more. And if I touch a hot stovetop, it's really going to activate the receptor. You're going to have lots of messages sent up to your brain. When those messages reach your brain has to decide what type of message it is, whether it's hot, cold, sound, light, vibration, depending on which receptor is activated. But then it also has to decide whether the message is painful or not painful, whether it's safe or not safe. So another term we need to discuss is allodynia, and allodynia is when your brain receives a non-painful stimuli, but it interprets it as painful. And this can happen through central or peripheral sensitization. So with peripheral sensitization, we're talking about the receptors, and your receptors have undergone changes where when they're activated, they send messages too easily or they send too many messages. And with central sensitization, your brain's undergone changes where when it receives the messages, and let's say they're non-painful messages, it's interpreting them as painful. So it's your brain's interpreting non-painful messages as unsafe. If you have chronic pain and you've not been able to get it better, you may have allodynia and be suffering from central or peripheral sensitization. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at healthybrainnow.com, or you can call us or follow us on social media. Thank you for listening.